Worn shifter bushings are one of the main causes of a sloppy shift feel, creating noticeable play every time you move the shifter. In this video, we're replacing those worn factory bushings with K-tuned spherical shifter cable bushings for a more direct and solid shift feel. We're going to show you the step-by-step process so you can follow along and do it yourself. From gaining access to the cables in the engine bay, all the way to final installation of the new bushings, with a few helpful tips along the way. We'll start by gaining access to the shifter cables. First, disconnect the MAF sensor. Then, use a pair of needle nose pliers to remove the wiring harness retaining clip. Using a 10mm socket, loosen the clamps at both ends of the intake pipe. Carefully separate the pipe from the airbox and throttle body. Use your needle nose pliers to disconnect the vacuum line from the intake pipe. Be careful not to disconnect the two smaller hoses nearby, as these are coolant lines. Next, release the clips on both sides of the airbox and remove the cover and air filter. This is a good opportunity to inspect it and replace it if necessary. Remove the 10mm bolt securing the front of the lower airbox. Pull upward on the rear of the airbox to release the rubber grommets from their mounting pins. Pull the plastic elbow duct upward and toward the firewall to remove it. With the airbox removed, we now have access to the shifter cables. Looking at the original rubber bushings, you can see how much movement they allow. Now we can replace them with a much more solid upgrade. Use a flathead screwdriver and needle nose pliers to remove the cotter pins from the cable ends. Set these aside as they can be reused during reassembly. Use the same tools to remove the retaining clips that secure the cables to the transmission bracket. Slide the cables rearward to remove the cables from the transmission bracket first, and once the cables are free, you can pry the bushings off of the selector pins. Clean any dirt or debris from the transmission pins before installing the new bushings. Some sanding may be required if the pin is corroded. Next, remove the metal shims from the original cable bushings. Bend the retaining tabs on the underside of each bushing, then pry the shim free. Here's another look at the play in this tired rubber bushing. You can use a flathead screwdriver or a deep 6mm socket to pry the original rubber bushing out of the cable end. With the old rubber bushings removed, we can prepare the K-tuned spherical bushings for installation. For 2007 and newer transmissions, the O-rings on the smaller spherical bushing must be replaced with the thicker O-rings supplied in the kit. The kit also includes two different cotter pin sizes for different transmission applications. Before installing everything, check which cotter pins fit your transmission pins correctly. Apply a small amount of grease or oil to the O-rings. This will help the bushings press into the cable ends without damaging the O-rings. Press each spherical bushing into its corresponding cable end. Once the bushing is fully inserted, install the C-clip into the groove on the underside. Make sure the clip is completely seated and sits flush against the cable end. For 2007 and newer transmissions, you will also need to install the supplied adapter dowel onto the appropriate transmission pin. If the fitment is still a little too snug after sanding, place an 8mm deep socket over it and carefully press it onto the pin. With the dowel installed, slide the spherical bushings onto the transmission pins. Position both cables back inside the transmission cable bracket. Reinstall the cable retaining clips. Use any suitable tool to press the clips in. If access is tight, a 2x4 can also work. Finally, the cotter pins. You can reuse the original cotter pins or install the correctly sized replacements included with the kit. With both cables secured, the K-tuned spherical cable bushings are now installed. You can see how much tighter the new bushings are. Before reinstalling the intake, check that every gear still engages properly. All that's left is to put the intake system back together. Before reinstalling the lower airbox, apply a small amount of grease to the dry rubber mounting grommets. This should make the airbox easier to remove during future maintenance. Remember to reconnect the vacuum line, grease the hose end for future maintenance, and secure the clamp. Make sure to reconnect the MAF sensor and reinstall the wiring harness retaining clip. Give the harness a tug to make sure it's secure. With the flexible factory rubber replaced by K-tuned spherical bushings, you can now enjoy a more direct connection and a noticeably more solid shift feel.